Now let me mark the dimensions of the front view on the front face of the box. So I have to mark a height of 15 mm. And we can draw a line through the reference points. We have to combine the details of top view and the front view in order to get the final shape of the object. So you can make use of the existing reference lines from the top view and try to transfer them. So I'm transferring all these reference lines from the top view. So these two surfaces are visible surfaces, so I have drawn them darker. Now in the direction of isometric y-axis, let us draw lines. Certain lines we need not dark, very dark, because at the end of the drawing you need to erase them. Some of the lines need to be erased and some lines are required to be retained. So it will be very difficult and spoil the neatness of the drawing. So in order to avoid all those problems, you can keep the impression of the lines as far as possible lighter, and also it should be visible to you. So that is the main thing. After transferring these details, we have to mark the boundary of the cylindrical part. This is a cylindrical part and we have to mark the boundary. The easiest way to do this is by drawing a tangent to this curve. So if I simply draw a vertical line down, which will be a tangent to this circle, you can easily mark the boundary of the cylindrical path. Similarly, coming here, if you could draw a vertical line then it would mark the boundary of the cylindrical portion. So you could continue like this. Then, from the front view, we will be able to see that there is a particular length up to which this line continues. Similarly, here there is a particular length up to which this line continues. So up to that line only, up to that length only, you can draw a line from here. Whereas the bottom line you can draw it. Even the bottom line you have to drop up to a certain distance, right? So now let us mark the outer circle, the reference of the outer circle on the bottom plane. So to do this, what I am going to do is I will shift the reference points of the outer circle. For example, all the four centers and their reference points down here, so that I can complete the outer circle at the bottom face. So let me do it very quickly. First I am shifting the centers. So the reference line is already available. One reference line for the outer circle is already available, and yeah. So with these details, now we can mark the centers. The height by which we have to shift it is, or the distance by which we have to shift the center is exactly equal to the height of the object. So the center is shifted by the height. Similarly, this center is shifted by the height. And similarly, we have to shift the top center. So this is the top center. We have to shift it by a distance equal to height. So I am drawing a reference line, and on that line I will mark the height. So we have shifted this center also down, this center down by height, this center also down by the height of the object. Now we can take the radius from this view and go to the new center, and here you can draw arc. Similarly, measure this radius and come to the bottom center, and from here you can draw only up to this distance, because beyond this the arc will not be visible. Similarly, here the arc continues from here to here, and beyond that it will be invisible. Now we need to understand one point, that is this line, the moment when it touches here, touches the circular arc, there this line has to be stopped, and similarly this line, and similarly uh, this line. So the moment when it touches here, we have to stop. So let me demonstrate it. So I stop here. Similarly, I will mark vertical reference line. So this is the point where we have to stop the other line. So this is where we need to stop these two lines. And similar to this, what we can do is we can think of these lines. We have to mark the edge of these lines. So what I have done is I have continued this circular arc, and I extended this line. The moment when this line touches the circular arc, I stop there. When I draw the vertical reference line from there, and I can draw this line also. I can draw this line to that vertical reference line. Similarly, the other line. So what we understand is that this line has got a longer length compared to this line. So when you want to exactly draw the length of this line, you can exactly when you want to copy the length of this line onto this, you can simply take the value from drawing and you can mark it here. So this is the point where this line also ends. So it's an advanced problem, and you need to be very, very careful in observing and understanding the concept. At the moment when you complete these portions, what we need to do is we need to draw a circular arc similar to this. Similarly, a circular arc. Using freehand you can draw this, and all that you need to do is you have to imitate the same shape what is available here, right here, and we have to imitate this shape over here. So now we can mark these lines a bit darker in order to improve the clarity of the drawing. And coming to the other end, I'm trying to finish the other end also. The mark its height. And you need to draw this line until it touches this reference line. So here I stop. Similarly, you can darken the other lines in order to improve clarity of the drawing. So similar to this, we have to draw one more bar. Corresponding to this, we have to draw a bar. So let me take the reference lines. This is the other reference line. And let me draw a vertical line down. And I'll transfer this height. I'll transfer this height directly onto that line so that you can complete that portion also. And I draw a line from here to here until it touches this reference line. So you should not draw this beyond this line. Now it is time to complete the required portions of the line darker. So almost 90% of the drawing is over. Now we need to draw the required portions of the line darker in order to improve the clarity of the drawing. And what I can do now is I can eliminate some unwanted lines, and I can draw some portions of the line darker in order to improve visibility. So this is the visible portion of the arc. So I have to draw that, and I will draw this line. Similarly, this is the portion of the arc we have to draw it darker. I am using freehand sketching. Similarly, from here to here I can draw a freehand sketching over the existing arc. So in order to improve the clarity of the drawing, I have drawn freehand sketching over the existing line. So this is the end of the drawing. Now in order to improve clarity, I would like to erase some unwanted portions of the lines, and I would like to finish it all using a darker impression pencil. Well, actually in this drawing we have forgotten to add one detail. There is a rectangular pocket here. So the pocket is missing here in this view. So let me correct it now. So it normally happens in a big drawing. So you can correct it at any time, no problem. So this is one such reference, and this is the next reference. Similarly, the same reference we can mark from other end, and we can simply correct it at any stage. So I will draw the required lines now. And we have to draw this arc by freehand sketching. We have to draw this arc continuously, and of course we have to touch this line also. So this is the end of the drawing. So you need to be very, very careful while working on drawing of its kind. So in the next video we will meet up with another good example. Bye for now.